or tries to jab at you or tries to coach you or tries to tell you what to do. Because we know that there's different types of narcissists. So this is going to be a spiritual perspective, and it's an angelic message by Archangel Raphael, the archangel of healing, both emotionally and physical, and helps you with relationships as well. And how to navigate a territory when a narcissist is around. Maybe you grew up around, it was like your childhood home where you were constantly gaslit, criticized, told what to do. You couldn't express yourself. Maybe it's currently at work. There's a narcissistic boss or leader, and or a relationship. Okay. What do you do when somebody just tries, or a bully tries to insult you, dim you, criticize you? Well, the the joke of this, I'm here. I need to share who I am. I'm Nicole Lisa, love coach, femininity coach, intuitive, personal power coach. Really and truly, all those things. I'm not just pulling them out of the hat. I've been doing this work for more than 12 years, helping women. And I also work with men and non-binary too, to truly trust themselves, be in their power for good, and to be extremely magnetic. Now, when a narcissist is trying to jab at you or trying to make you feel small, they're trying to siphon your energy. And sometimes you want to get your lick back, right? You want to respond to them. You know what? I am smart. Let me try to outsmart them. Let me show them that I know better than them. And it's not, I hear, wise to try to go on. I hear, this is what I hear, a pissing contest about who knows best, or I can outsmart you. You can be still leaking energy that way. With a narcissist, it's best to preserve your energy because they can be energy vampires. Okay. They see your light. They always saw your light. They just try to like rob you of it little by little or in big, enormous ways until you feel depleted. So when a narcissist, exactly, this is not going to tell you what to say, but it will give you, it's not a word by word thing, but it will show you what to say coming from your higher self, from your soul, and not from ego or getting your lick back, which will only deplete your energy. So it's so important that you're connected to your higher self, you're connected to God, you're connected to your own true wisdom. And sometimes, more often than not, your wisdom will tell you keep your mouth shut, because once I teach you this trick, then you will see that you will not have a need to prove a point to a narcissist. And what is this trick? So Archangel Raphael is saying it is to visualize yourself connected to God's light, to your highest form of light coming in from God, fully connected to your light. Not like this little tiny bubble of light where you need to protect yourself. Okay. Hello. It's not that. Make sure, like, if you want to subscribe and follow me and comment, that would help the channel. So, not this tiny, like, no, blast of light, like just woo, light where all you see light, just like how scripture says there, when there's light, there can be no darkness. So just light, light, light until all you see is light. And in that instant that they insulted you, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. So you call back your power, you ask for your power back. Now, Archangel Raphael is making a distinction. And I keep hearing that it's a collective of angels. It's Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, San Elphon, Uriel, like Metatron, like different archangels speaking this message. Because there's like, they're tired of the whole world revolving around narcissists and trying to deal with it at a mental level. And so I hear I need to explain this. I'm only going to take a couple minutes more. Thought, when it comes to frequency of vibration, is the slowest frequency. So whenever you're trying to outsmart, out reason, show your point to narcissist, you're depleting energy. Is the slowest form of energy. If you want to be in your highest light, I hear you think of the word first of vibration, even though it helps heal, like studying it, but too much studying on a mental level only leads to obsession and still feeling depleted, lethargic, or feeling adrenalized. You can't outsmart your cortisol. Like, your body knows that you are on adrenaline. Your body knows that you are hypervigilant. Your body knows that you don't feel safe. So in that instant, within that second that they insult you, boss, coworker, friend, frenemy, because that's not a friend, um, lover, pastor, whatever. Somebody tries to dim you, that's for somebody. Um, nobody. If somebody's trying to dim you, they are scared of you. They are in competition of you, period. And I'm saying that because a lot of people in positions like this are narcissists. So your ultimate goal is awareness. If somebody's really confident, they would only want to help you shine more. Okay. So because I hear some of you feel like, man, am I crazy? Like, is my pastor trying to do this to me? Okay. So I have the courage to speak about it. And I actually have respect for religious places. Like, like I have respect for kind, benevolent religious spaces. I'm going to make that distinction. If it's a giant, siphoning source, no. Okay. That's a cult. So, anyways, so if they're trying to do that, in an instant, call your power back. Now, they're saying visualize the light, connect with your light, get to know your light. Oh, is it pink today? Is it yellow? I wonder what that is. Just get curious, get light about your light. Okay, what is your light, your frequency say? Because like light and color offers healing. So you visualize it rather than just to think to call back your power. Because when you're just thinking without having to get to know more of your own power and your own light, there's still programming that can make you want to have your lick back coming from ego. But when you're connected with your light, you're connected with your source, your higher self. Okay. And then in that instant, your higher self, once you call back your power, I hear over 60% of the time, you're not going to want to say anything. You got to keep yourself sane until you can leave or you can exit. And then after that, when you take a deep breath, still connected with your light, your higher self will whisper something to you. And it will be the answer to what will help you. Well, partially it can, because sometimes it's like a not just this one sentence, but it could either be the answer to what you actually need to say, okay? And it might be an answer of what will get you out of the room. It might be an answer of what will help you get out of that situation for and within months. It might be the answer that says get another job, trust yourself, okay? It might be an answer that says be more intentional. So you surrender to the wisdom of what your higher self is saying, and you have the courage to act accordingly. When our nervous systems are fried or stressed out or in panic, we don't listen to ourselves. This is a channel message. We listen to our ego, to our pain, to our sadness, and then we complain and we create a loop. It's like an addiction loop, okay? We're trying to create more cortisol, not truth, not peace, not sovereignty. So take a deep breath as you're connected with your light and get curious in a surrender space where you can get more of a clear answer of what are your next steps, what to say, what not to say. But connect to yourself first. You don't have to prove anything to a narcissist. Now, if you wanted to work with me privately, I offer kinesiology nervous system based sessions where we address the unconscious belief systems that are wiring up your nervous system to a point of stress, to a point of sadness or grief that is making you doubt, lose hope. And we reprogram and release the negative, and we program in positive, kind of like a vitamin up to your nervous system. This is not like somatic work where you just like release and like it's actually targeted. Um, because ultimately, I want to empower you that the ultimate freedom is awareness. Okay. And some people don't want to address negative, but the negative is already there. And if your ultimate goal is to have awareness, not from panic, but from your higher source, you feel like you can handle the awareness. You can know what somebody is up to. You can know, like what your nervous system is up to. You can know what your soul has been up to for a millennia and a half. Okay. And that level of awareness is something that I hear it's feared, but it's your inherent right as, a children of God. And It's your intuition, it's your discernment. Okay. It's a gift of the Holy Spirit. And it's not meant to be looked at as a taboo. Okay. Nowadays, they're saying that little furniture on the internet, the one that you ask a million questions to and that can look like a human, okay, can process so much data. You are processing that level of data. But we need training so that when you process those points of data, you're not just processing fearful points. You can process your bliss, your joy, your intuition, and you can access information coming from your higher self, from God, okay, that will free you, that will save you, that will enrich you, that will support you. But if they try to get you to feel small, whether it's a person or a little furniture on the internet that's capable to look like a human, okay? And it's not really the furniture, it's actually the narcissist behind it, okay? That's trying to make you feel small. You remember that greater things you shall do, okay? So it's a time to empower ourselves to not fight little fights with narcissistic people and to just enjoy ourselves, because joy is right before enlightenment, okay? And we can enjoy it and we bring heaven to earth. We enjoy our lives. So if we stop living because of narcissistic people, then we cap ourselves in our enjoying what's possible. Don't let a traumatized person make you so traumatized that you cannot enjoy your life. Okay? So there's a difference between trauma, ego, and intuition. If you wanted to chat more about intuition, or if you wanted to work privately with me to build your intuition one-on-one, you can send me an email. There's a link for PayPal there if you wanted to do it. If you wanted to do a payment plan, you can send me the email as well. Or if you wanted to do an exploration call where I give you an angelic clearing session that it's recorded, that one you can do however many times you need to, that is tapped it into what your needs are and what will free you, and a kinesiology based one that is not recorded. That is a nervous system one. Once it's cleared, it's cleared. Or although we can do different angles to really strengthen depending on things you've lived on, or depending on things where you want to go, and you want your nervous system to be able to hold the magnitude of that. And in that, it could take, sometimes up to 7 sessions. I've helped people with PTSD, CPTSD. I've had CPTSD. Um, and I've been able to learn how to listen not to the trauma, but to truth, to peace, and to help people with it. This work has helped clients make 6 figures and more, just being able to hold the vision without self-destructing, without sabotaging. And if you do it peacefully, it works. You know what I mean? You support yourself. So only a narcissist will try to tell you, don't learn, like you should know how to do this all by yourself. We learn through community. Remember, a narcissist is an antisocial person. So this really need to be the best, and I should know best is a narcissistic teaching. You want to be the best version of you that you can be. That's it, and that's enough, and you get to enjoy it, and that doesn't cap you. You don't have to split in jealous awareness of what other people are doing. You just live with creative power, God-given power, and you give your gifts to the world, and you don't have to split worrying about if other people do better than you, because it makes you hate learning. And if people can get you to hate learning, but the little furniture on the internet loves to learn everything about you, then you're an addicted human being and feeling powerless, and they thrive off of that. Okay? So I'm sending you much love. I love you very much. Please comment what you got from this video. And if you'd like to work with me, cheers. I would love to work with you as well. Have a good day. Make sure that you follow me. I'm curious to know your experience, and let me know what happens when you call back your power. You just don't think about it. You don't do it once a month. You just don't. That's kind of like what the angels say about like spiritual battle. It's not necessarily a battle, but you have to get really good at strengthening your auric field so that people cannot siphon it and manipulate it. Not everybody, because of the experiences that they learn, specifically if they grew up in a narcissistic household, Their no is not really their no vibration. They might say no, but there's other agendas happening in the body where your energetic system or your inner child is still trying to stay safe. That might not listen to your no, and they might think that they're never. So you're not vibrating a coherent space. And there's different inner children running the show, and there's other forms of chaos happening in the field because you never felt safe to belong, to love yourself. I did a video earlier today about the top 3 beliefs to clear when you grow up in a narcissistic household. It's a great video that will really support you because you want to strengthen for all the people who say, like you're not blocked. A lot of these people actually work with people who help them clear their energy. Once they got to a strength like base place, they start preaching that you don't need it, okay? Because they want you to profit out of a PDF that they sell. But we all need our TLC to the nervous system to get to a point where you can get to that place where you don't feel like you need it. But they still use it every now and then. But it's important that you get to a coherent place in your energetic field, okay? And you pay attention to who you're like, what's their come from? If they're telling you you don't need it, what is it that they're trying to sell? You know, what is it that they're trying to sell? I saw a video recently that says like life, like, rewards like the lowest effort or something. And when I looked at the profile, they were trying to sell you witchcraft. Okay. Like try to do spells on people. And, I don't, I respect what I'm saying is that I respect connecting it with nature. I know that everything has a emotional, spiritual component to it. God bless it. Right. Taking someone's free will away, it's not good work. I don't care what you try to tell me. You don't take away someone's free will. So, there's ways in which you can actually, if you're dealing with somebody that's sadistic or dangerous, you can ask for God's source in the angelic realm to intervene and to support you and to protect you. But then you have to follow the steps that you're being guided to do. And that might involve taking actions in the physical realm, connecting, local support, etc. But and or you become extremely intuitive. Okay. So like life-saving intuitive. And it's possible. And in order to do that, you have to be aware. You have to seek awareness first. So my concern when people say, "Oh, you're not blocked," or all that kind of stuff, it just undermines the trauma that we've experienced for many years and how underneath all the trauma you're not feeling safe. And if you're not feeling safe, right, then you might resist your good. Okay. So all forms of healing modality are necessary. Okay. And some people just, that's really funny, um, can't smell their own roses. They don't, they forget. And they're trying to sell something or they're trying to empower sometimes. But what they don't realize is that if you had to damn a form of learning that really helped you to prove yourself, you lost it along the way because learning is essential for human awareness. Okay. Even the furniture on the internet that can look like a human knows that learning is paramount. So if they can get you to hate learning, shame your learning, they're doing a disservice to humanity. Okay. So let's not do a disservice to humanity. Let's encourage healing all around and let's not cap it. And if you wanted to work with me to clearing like these principles around narcissistic abuse and or to feel really great, to shine your light and or to build your intuition one-on-one, then I would love to support you. I hope that this video blesses you. I love you very much and I'll talk to you soon.